Hey everybody, my name is Liz. I'm a physical therapist, and today we're going to talk about concussions and when you can get back and how you can get back actually into riding. So I had somebody call me. He went over his handlebars and he hit his head pretty hard. He ended up getting stitches about through here from his glasses, and he called me. He's like, Liz, I can't seem to get back into riding. I keep on having symptoms. I just don't feel the same. Well, a couple of things you can do. One, we talked about last week about how you're supposed to wait a week before you can get back into doing things that you could re-injure your head with. Sometimes that includes actually riding itself. But you can ride a trainer or you can ride a stationary bike, and that can help get you back into it. It's actually one of the best ways to get back into physical activity after you've had a concussion. This goes for everybody else as well. So kayakers, horseback riders, this is your information. So what you want to do are intervals, and you want to pay attention to your symptoms. So if you start to get a headache, then you need to back off. If you start to get foggy feeling, then you definitely shouldn't be riding either a horse or a mountain bike and trying to be going somewhere. You need to be stationary. No rollers with this one, guys. So he told me, he's like, I just don't feel right on my heels. I go, well, you probably need to do some intervals with it. So do quick bursts and then recover. Make sure your rest is where you get a full recovery. So you can either walk, you can just rest and do really easy pedal strokes, or you can actually stop altogether and let your heart rate come back to a normal heart rate. So this is where you monitor yourself. You check your heart rate before you do your 1-minute sprint or quick pace, and then you recover all the way back to, it can be around 10 heart rate points, beats, around where you started. It doesn't have to be exact, but it needs to be around that 10. And then you do your sprint again, do your harder activity again. Then you go back and you recover, and do this for like 12 to 15 minutes. Then you're done for that day. See how you feel the rest of the day. Do you feel foggy? Do you feel okay? If you don't feel foggy and you feel good, then you can bump it up the next day or the day after. But if you feel kind of icky and like you just used up all your mental brain capacity, then you probably need to back off a bit from that. So instead of doing a minute of the harder activity of the sprint, do like 45 or 30 seconds of it. Don't make it quite as taxing for you. This can bring you back to where you're able to ride without getting a headache, without getting these symptoms. Also, make sure your neck is doing okay. A lot of times people have issues with their neck when they go back into their activity. Usually if you hit your head, you mess with your neck. It's kind of attached to it. So make sure that your neck's okay. It can play a huge role in your symptoms and your headaches, your fogginess, your dizziness, all of those things. Hope this all makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know below. Cheers, everybody.